And welcome back to Let's Play Pikmin. Last time we got 2 ship parts in the Forest of Hope, and now we're heading back to get the last one. The most hated ship part in the Forest of Hope, and I've done a couple practice runs because frankly the practice runs are going so horribly. I decided to just dump them practice runs now. I literally just decided that. They were actually going to be legit runs, but they didn't go well, so I'm calling them practice runs. Trying to explain that that's why I screwed up so badly, off screen. Yeah, this isn't my first time actually playing Day 6 here, in this particular playthrough, because yeah, I've had horrible luck. Okay, things you want to do. Thing you want to do, number 1. Take out this nectar patch. Pikmin will naturally be drawn into it, even during the fight. So you want to take this out as soon as, like, before even fighting the Snagret. You don't want the Pikmin to, like, ADHD, oh look, shiny, then just run over and then die because they're trying to find nectar. So now that the grass is gone, and the Pikmin will just rush headfirst to it, even in the face of danger, we can now safely go. We can now not safely go over here. That dwarf Bulborg you don't actually want to fight because he'll sometimes wake up both of the big ones. Okay, so you have to line this up pretty precisely with the L trigger. Not L trigger, it's a button technically. Actually, it is a trigger. You want to inch forward to try to figure out where the Snagrets actually are. Oh boy, they're right next to each other. That's good, because hopefully we won't have to deal with them too close. That one is the one that actually has a ship part. You can see it on the map. Actually, I have an idea. When it goes underground, does its position change on the map? Oh, I missed my attack window. Yeah, its position does change on the map. I don't think you can actually see it fast enough to actually use it to your advantage. Okay, another attack window. This is not going to be a one cycle, it's too slow. Maybe I had hope for just a second. Oh wow, okay, good luck. Making up for the failed practice runs. Again, I'm calling them practice runs even though they weren't even meant to be practice runs. Boom, die, monster. Keep making that joke. I don't know, with Bloodstained, I guess I'm just in a Castlevania mood. Which is funny because I'm not even a fan of Castlevania. I mean, I've played Castlevania, but I'm not like a huge fan of it. I just think it's okay. Which is probably sacrilege to someone that I just think Symphony is okay, just okay. But I really do. I'm not a huge fan of Symphony. Or even the others, like Aria of Sorrows, just okay. And that's actually like it. I haven't finished on Sorrow, but I'm hating it so far. Something about it just feels kind of to me. Yes, that's the scientific word. That's like the politically correct word for this feeling. Yeah, something about it just doesn't click. Stop tripping, Pikmin. So we meow. What is this? Cat Mario? Wrong game. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what they do with Pikmin 4. I hope it's just not part of their mobile plan. Yeah, having the Snagret get stuck in the ground 3 times in a row in this level, that's some pretty dang good luck there. That guy's not getting stuck at all, so good thing we don't have to fight him, huh? Oh, he appeared behind us. How lovely. Okay, so this is why I went back to get blue Pikmin. Because if you have blue Pikmin, you can cheese this outright. I don't know if all of them will be taken that the right way. Apparently so. These are a little close for comfort. Okay, so actually, I screwed this up. Yeah, they're taking it through the water, which obviously other types of Pikmin can't do that. I want to actually go over here and do something real fast. I want to call out some red Pikmin, so to keep more Pikmin from spawning in the overworld. as sprouts. Because that takes forever picking 100 Pikmin, or however many I end up growing here. Geiger counters on the front of the ship. So basically this planet is super toxic then, is the implication. We've already unlocked the fourth area, so we could just be like, to heck with the forest navel, let's just see what the next area is like. Frankly, we didn't kill anything in the forest navel other than the bread bug. That wouldn't exactly be the worst idea in the world, but then to do the distance spring properly, we would actually have to fight a few enemies. So it would actually be more advantageous for us to just leave distance spring, because if we have to break up the distance spring into 2 days, then we have the issue of respawning enemies. That's my logic for why we want to do things in the order we want to do them in. Heck, we could practically just go and do the impact site now. That's how much time we have. Like seriously. This is like not even an exaggeration. The impact site actually is a really long day because that's like the perfect opportunity for Pikmin farming. Like, you have no excuse if you can't get a ton of Pikmin out of that day. The enemies are actually super creating though, so it could be kind of a problem breaking up like that. Now, another thing I want to check is, does the cannon beetle actually respawn? Because I have never actually bothered to look that up. Because if the cannon beetle respawns, I could go fight him again pretty easily, and then watch me fail horribly. So I just said it was easy. So yeah, we're not doing any like major Pikmin farming, but well, we have a lot of time. We need Pikmin for the next area, because Forest Navel you need like a ton of blue Pikmin. You need a minimum of 40, but I think you can have a maximum of like 70 carrying one ship part. So yeah, we kind of want to have a lot of blue Pikmin here. Stop tripping. Oh yeah, and I think after day, it's either 7 or 14. But basically, eventually, a swooping snitch bug will actually spawn in the Forest of Hope. So you actually do want to do the Forest of Hope really, really fast. Something I actually didn't mention too much in Pikmin 2 is a similar thing can happen where like a Bulbear will spawn in the Perplexing Pool after day 30, in addition to, what was I saying? In addition to, a bee long legs, which is kind of random, but it actually is a thing, for lack of a better term. Okay, so we're making Pikmin pretty successfully. I don't want to risk fighting the Bulbears and then just losing all our Pikmin just to glitches. Had a perfect no glitch run so far, so. And like the thing with tossing the bomb, I don't consider that a glitch personally, I consider it kind of more of an exploit. So when I say no glitch, I'm not counting that, because frankly, like why shouldn't you be able to toss a bomb Pikmin up there? If you can toss it up there, why not just use bombs? Yeah, oh yeah, here's something else I do need to point out. Even if you're taking the land route, which goes around the bend and then through this path here, where this guy is, you would need to fight both these guys, and if the Bulborb respawns in this area, you need to fight them too. And then you also need to fight these two guys, and the dwarf, which is actually a bread bug, as I point out in the other game. But, oddly enough, the Snagrets are so slow, you generally don't need to fight them. Because that animation, even the fast animation and them popping on the ground, it's still enough time for the Pikmin. If you have 25 Pikmin on the Geiger counter, that is still enough time for them to get past. It might not be easy getting the other items. You might not be able to get all the pellets because you're in such a hurry. But if you just want the Geiger counter and don't want to get all the pellets, that is actually a really viable strategy. Flint Beetle drops stuff, but I think he can possibly wake up the Bulborb. Or not. Apparently not, so never mind. But he can just lure the Pikmin into the water, that is a legitimate concern of mine. Let's get him out of the way. Like that, they do follow it a lot more hardcore than in Pikmin 1, so yeah, keep that in mind. Why did I say Pikmin 1? I mean Pikmin 2. In Pikmin 2, they don't really pay much attention to it by comparison, because the AI is marginally better. Which just brings up another fun point. I don't even know what marginally means. If it actually means like, if you say something is marginally better, does that mean it's a lot better or not very much better? I can't quite remember which one it actually is. You have 130 red Pikmin, which is a good number to have because of all those blowhogs in the next area. And we have 131 blue Pikmin. So we technically have more blue Pikmin than red Pikmin, which is something that frequently happens for me. Distant spring paranoia, you could say. But yeah, and when we get to the impact site, these numbers are gonna jump up even more if you can't fathom that already. Having 100 Pikmin already, imagine when we get there. Oh, clicky shoulder buttons. Yeah, the GameCube controller is not the quietest controller ever. That is my one complaint about it, in addition to the D-pad, which is rubbish, and the C-stick, which is just a couple tiers above rubbish. And again, this is coming from someone who really likes the GameCube controller. I just do find that the C-stick is really not comfortable, and that the D-pad is really not comfortable, and that's kind of part of the reason why I've been putting off like more GBA games, because well, GBA and control stick doesn't go well together. I forgot to show this off. This is a good time because we're killing time anyway. Zoom out the camera, and if you get fireworks, you only get fireworks in Pikmin 1, not in Pikmin 2. I don't know why they cheaped out in Pikmin 2. Yeah, like I was thinking about Pokemon, but then again, I don't know, controlling Pokemon with a control stick feels like weird to me. And the GameCube D-pad is also terrible, so I might do Fire Red or Emerald. Those are two I own for Game Boy. I might do them eventually, just no ETA. I was thinking about also doing like a series of one-offs where I just do like a half-an-hour video of a game and then just leave it to like commenters like, hey, should I keep playing this more or is this the worst thing ever? And just letting people decide. So if I do play a game that's super long, tedious, and has a lot of grinding, then I could just be like, well, you asked for it. Final Fantasy 9, it's like the ATB, or active time battle in that game, is so slow. It's painfully slow in 9. But I do like most of 9, which is why I find 9 to be kind of frustrating. Because I really do like enjoy the game. It's my favorite Final Fantasy, but it does have the nagging issue of the terrible battle speeds. So yeah, that would be one, to just be like, hey, does anyone actually want to see me play this game in its entirety? Or just play any game period, because I'm not exactly a huge household name yet. I won't deny that, to be honest. Yeah, let's just end it here. We're running out of things to say, and also we got everything we need to, so... End off the day a little earlier than usual, but a minute earlier. Yawning. Trying not to yawn too obnoxiously and loudly. Oh yeah, because today is September 7th, I think I already said that in like the first part or so, when I'm actually recording this. Of course, not when this is going up, because it's going to go up in like January. 40 days for Mario Maker, so that's something cool. Family Sailor Moon also debuted 20 years on that day, September 11, 1995. So when I saw Sailor Moon trending on Twitter, I was like, what the heck? Like, a lot of anime has been trending on Twitter lately, and that makes me really happy to see it, because I like anime, because I find anime super underrated, so it's actually nice to see anime actually getting some attention on sites like Twitter, even if it's not stuff I watch. I remember when like Akame ga Kill was trending. It's like, why the heck is it trending? But I don't care because it's so cool that it's trending. Distant Spring is a perplexing pool in a nutshell. That's your description. So we're not gonna actually go there yet. Put your curiosity aside for a little bit, because we're gonna go back to the Forest Naval. I hope to get 3 ship parts out of the way. Though that might be asking a lot, to be honest. We'll have to wait and see. So next time on Pikmin, yeah, that's what we'll be doing.